From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, May the 21st, 2024. 2 rockets were fired at southern Israel today from Gaza, setting off sirens in Israeli border communities along the Gaza border, as well as in the city of Ashkelon. One rocket was intercepted by the Iron Dome. The other is said to have fallen short, landing inside Gaza. No damage or injury was reported. Intense fighting in Gaza continues between Israeli troops and terror group Hamas, and the IDF said it continues to eliminate terrorists and destroy terror infrastructure, reporting today raids on terrorist infrastructures, including in Jabalia near Gaza City and in Rafah, where the IDF said dozens of terrorists were eliminated. And the IDF said in an airstrike last night, it eliminated the commander of the rocket and missile array in terror group Hezbollah's coastal sector in Lebanon. Responsible, it said, for planning and executing rocket attacks and anti-tank launches towards Israel from Lebanon. Turning to the U.S., U.S. President Joe Biden and Second Gentleman Douglas Emhoff delivered remarks at a White House celebration for Jewish American Heritage Month yesterday. Emhoff thanking Jewish leaders for being there, with a special note to the Jewish student leaders who were present at the gathering, as he spoke of the rise in hate and anti-Semitism since the October 7th Hamas massacre, especially on college campuses.
You have stood up to hate and anti-Semitism on college campuses. And on behalf of our nation, thank you for your courage. And let me be clear, we have your back. We must always raise our voices and live openly and proudly as Jews.
President Biden spoke of the resilience of the Jewish people throughout history and in these difficult days, in particular since the October 7th massacre, as well as his round-the-clock efforts to bring the hostages home, who have now been held for 228 days in Gaza, personally acknowledging the parents of American-Israeli hostage Hirsch Goldberg Poland, who were present at the gathering yesterday.
The trauma of October 7th and its aftermath of the deadliest day the Jewish people have undergone since the Holocaust is still fresh and ongoing with many of you. We have parents of someone being held hostage right now, and we're going to get them home. We're going to get them home, come hell or high water.
Biden also reiterated his support for Israel in its battle against Hamas.
We stand with Israel to take out Sinwar and the rest of the butchers of Hamas. We want Hamas defeated. We'll work with Israel to make that happen.
The president also responded further to the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, saying yesterday that he is applying for arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, together with arrest warrants for the leaders of terror group Hamas. And Biden rejecting the ICC's claims of genocide in Gaza.
Whatever these warrants may imply, there is no equivalence between Israel and Hamas. And it's clear Israel wants to do all it can to ensure civilian protection. But let me be clear. Contrary to allegations against Israel made by the International Court of Justice, what's happening is not genocide. We reject that. We're going to always stand with Israel and the threats against its security.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken also weighed in on the ICC claims, saying we reject the prosecutor's equivalence of Israel with Hamas, saying it is shameful. Hamas, Blinken said, is a brutal terrorist organization that carried out the worst massacre of Jews since the Holocaust and is still holding dozens of innocent people hostage, including Americans. Moreover, he said the United States has been clear since well before the current conflict that the ICC has no jurisdiction over this matter. Blinken adding that fundamentally, this decision does nothing to help and could jeopardize ongoing efforts to reach a ceasefire agreement that would get hostages out and surge humanitarian assistance in, which are the goals the United States continues to pursue relentlessly. The American Jewish Committee released an updated and expanded call to action against anti-Semitism in America today, which includes specific tools for Jewish communities and for influencers in the face of the current wave of anti-Semitism. CEO Ted Deutsch said the world's reaction to Hamas's October 7th massacre has not only led to a staggering increase in anti-Semitism, but it has also completely changed the face of anti-Jewish hatred and how we as a society need to combat it. We've been hearing from leaders across our society that they need better and updated guidance on how to counter anti-Semitism at this moment. Deutsch saying AJC's call to action provides those resources. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, May the 21st. At 7 o'clock, Lev Topor speaks about challenges and complexities of combating anti-Semitism in a digital and AI-empowered world. At 8, Justin Pines is joined by scholar and educator Dr. Daniel Matt to explore his definitive award-winning translation of the Kabbalah's primary text, the Zohar, and the holiday of Lag BaOmer, which commemorates the yahrtzeit of the Zohar's author and primary subject, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. At 9, Dr. Aaron Ben Ze'ev is on L'chaim. At 10, we hear from Dana Modan, creator, writer, and star actress of Significant Other. At 10:30, it's an encore of this newscast. And coming up next, it's the ILTV's Insider. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, May the 21st, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.